Lita, trying to be a wonderful, kind human being and helping your local community is a completely beautiful idea, yes. But carrying a massive, heavy pot of hot garlic mushroom soup to a local charity kitchen and watching hungry people completely refuse to eat it is an absolute emotional disaster.
They completely refused your famous garlic soup? Oh, wow, Sam. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a completely generous, very helpful episode of the English Unscripted podcast. I am Lita.
And I am Sam. And today, guys, we are talking about the beautiful act of volunteering, the terrible panic of trying to fix other people's problems, and why bringing rock-hard black brick bread to a charity event is actually a dangerous crime.
Exactly, a dangerous charity crime. We are dividing this kind journey into 3 exciting chapters today. First, we will talk about terrible cooking mistakes at charity kitchens. Then, in Chapter 2, we dive into the awkward panic of trying to help a complete stranger on the street. And finally, Chapter 3 is all about corporate volunteering days and forcing employees to wear completely matching t-shirts.
3 chapters of pure helpful therapy. But wait, Lita, before I tell you how the strict bald manager completely ruined my charity soup, we have a very important musical mission for our amazing listeners today.
Oh yes, it is challenge time, guys. What is the big musical strategy for our language learners today, Sam?
Listeners, if you truly want to speak completely fluent, beautiful English, you absolutely cannot just listen to this conversation one single time. You have to treat this podcast exactly like learning the lyrics to a brand new, incredibly catchy pop song.
A catchy pop song. I love singing loud music in my car, Sam. How does the song method actually work for learning new vocabulary?
Well, the very first time you play the video, you just enjoy the fun rhythm. You listen to my terrible charity mistakes, and you just dance to the story. But the second time, you become a professional pop singer. You pause the music, you look at the heavy vocabulary words, and you sing them out loud until you know the entire English song perfectly by heart.
Yes, sing the vocabulary lyrics, guys. Make your voices completely loud and proud. So, Sam, tell me about your completely rejected garlic soup. Did you actually try to feed real human beings your terrible cooking?
I honestly wanted to be a very good, generous person, Lita. I put on my bright yellow banana jacket to look completely friendly and cheerful, and I carried the massive, heavy pot of soup to the community center. I even brought 50 heavy pieces of my black brick bread to share with everyone.
Oh no, 50 pieces of black brick bread? Sam, you are supposed to give people soft, delicious food, not heavy building materials. Did they actually let you inside the kitchen with that yellow jacket?
They let me in, Lita. And the absolute worst part was that the strict bald manager was already standing there. He was doing a special corporate charity event for good public relations. He looked at my bright yellow jacket, he smelled the heavy garlic soup, and he told me I was completely ruining his beautiful, expensive event. I just wanted to contribute to society.
Wait, Sam, let us pause your terrible garlic society right there. I think that is a wonderfully helpful, highly social vocabulary word for our listeners to deeply understand today. Contribute.
Yes, contribute. It's an excellent B1 verb that means to give your physical time, your money, or your effort to help a person, a group, or a good cause achieve a beautiful goal. Like trying to happily contribute hot soup to a charity kitchen, but making your bald manager incredibly angry instead.
Listeners, please practice this completely helpful giving word and say it with us right now.
Say it loud and clear in your room, guys. Help your local community.
Contribute.
Contribute. I really tried to contribute, Lita, but my heavy black bread completely destroyed the peaceful, charitable mood. And that actually makes me very curious about our kind listeners.
Oh, absolutely. Listeners, we have our first very helpful, honest question for you right now. When you try to do a completely good deed and help another person, what is the absolute worst, most embarrassing mistake you have ever made? Did you try to fix a friend's computer and completely break it?
Tell us your absolute worst helpful disasters in the comments down below. We desperately need to know that Sam is not the only terrible volunteer in the world. So, Lita, do you want to know exactly what the bald manager told the people to do with my heavy bread? I absolutely have to tell you, Lita, he did not let anyone eat the bread. He looked at my hard black baking, he looked at a broken, shaking wooden table in the corner of the charity kitchen, and he yelled at me. He pointed at my bright yellow jacket and said, "Sam, give me that heavy bread right now. We are going to use it to fix the broken table leg."
Wait a minute, guys. Listeners, I have a fantastic native secret for you right here. Did you hear how Sam just pronounced the words gimme? He sounded incredibly formal and slow, like an angry police officer demanding a driving license.
Oh no, did I sound completely strict and aggressive again, Lita? I thought gimme was a very strong, professional way to explain exactly how angry the bald manager was about my terrible food.
It is absolutely perfect if you are writing a very serious legal document, Sam. But when native speakers are talking very fast, or when we are casually stealing heavy bread to fix broken furniture, we almost never say give me. We smash the two words together and just say gimme, gimme.
Oh yes, gimme. Gimme that heavy bread. Gimme some hot garlic soup. That sounds so much faster and wonderfully natural, Lita. It completely shows how fast the bald manager wanted to take my dangerous food away from the hungry people.
Exactly. Try using gimme when you are talking quickly and want someone to hand you a physical object, guys. It's a brilliant secret trick to make your casual spoken English sound perfectly fluent and extremely relaxed. So, Sam, did the black brick bread actually fix the broken table?
It was completely perfect, Lita. The heavy table stopped shaking immediately. I was officially the absolute best furniture carpenter in the charity kitchen, but the absolute worst cook in the entire world.
Oh, that is absolutely a hilarious, terrible success, Sam. But honestly, ruining a charity soup is just one small part of trying to be a good and generous human being. The absolute most awkward, uncomfortable part is trying to help a complete stranger in the middle of a busy street, which brings us perfectly to Chapter 2 of our generous journey today. Listeners, put down your heavy table legs and practice your polite, friendly smiles, because we are going to dive into the absolute nightmare of holding a glass door open for someone who is way too far away, carrying heavy bags for angry strangers, and why trying to be a street hero is completely embarrassing.
Lita, using my hard black bread as a charity table leg is completely terrible, yes. But deciding to be a good street hero and holding a heavy glass door open for a completely strange person who is walking very, very slowly is absolute psychological torture.
The terrible door-holding panic. Oh wow, Sam, that is the absolute worst, most confusing social rule in the entire world. You just stand there holding the heavy door, smiling like a complete fool, while the other person is 10 miles away.
It is completely awful, Lita. I honestly wanted to do a very kind, polite thing yesterday morning at the corporate office. I was wearing my bright yellow banana jacket, and I saw a tired delivery man walking toward the main building. He was carrying much heavy boxes.
Wait, Sam. He was carrying much heavy boxes? The strict English grammar police are completely dropping all their boxes right now. Box is a completely countable noun, my helpful friend. You absolutely never use much with physical things you can count. You use many. He was carrying many heavy boxes. Many.
Oh, right. Thank you, Officer Lita. He was carrying so many heavy boxes. My nervous brain completely forgot the countable rules because I was trying to be a perfect, generous gentleman. So I opened the heavy glass door and stood there smiling with my big teeth. But the delivery man was walking so incredibly slow, Lita. I had to stand completely frozen for 2 entire minutes.
Oh no, 2 whole minutes of fake smiling? That is completely exhausting, Sam. Why did you not just let the glass door close and walk away like a normal person?
I completely wanted to, Lita, but once you make eye contact with the tired stranger, you absolutely cannot stop. You cannot hesitate. If you let the heavy door close in their face, you instantly become the absolute worst, most evil villain in the city.
Wait, Sam, let us pause your frozen, smiling villain face right there. I think that is a wonderfully polite, highly nervous vocabulary word for our listeners to deeply understand today. Hesitate.
Yes, hesitate is an excellent B1 verb that means to pause for a very short time before doing something, usually because you feel completely nervous, unsure, or worried about making a terrible social mistake, like hesitating to drop a heavy glass door on a slow delivery man.
Listeners, please practice this completely nervous, pausing word and say it with us right now.
Say it loud and clear in your room, guys. Stop holding heavy doors.
Hesitate.
Hesitate. I absolutely did not hesitate, Lita. I held the heavy door until my arms were completely shaking and sweating, and that actually makes me very curious about our polite listeners.
Oh, absolutely, listeners. We have our second very polite, awkward question for you right now. When you try to be a friendly hero in public, what is the absolute worst, most embarrassing mistake you have ever made? Did you hold a door for someone who went the other way, or offer your bus seat to someone who did not want it?
Tell us your absolute worst public helping secrets down in the comments below. We desperately need to know that we are not the only adults standing frozen in yellow jackets. So, Lita, do you want to know exactly what the slow delivery man was actually carrying in those heavy boxes that made him walk so incredibly slow toward my heavy glass door?
I desperately want to know, Sam. What was actually inside those brown boxes that made him walk so incredibly slow toward your heavy glass door?
I waited completely frozen for 2 entire minutes, Lita. He finally reached the open door, he looked at my bright yellow banana jacket, and he accidentally dropped one of the boxes on the floor. It broke open, and Lita, it was completely full of 50 giant coffee mugs with the strict bald manager's face printed directly on them. He ordered them for the big corporate charity event.
Oh no, 50 bald manager coffee mugs? Sam, you are holding the heavy glass door and destroying your arms just to let your own terrible boss's face into the building? Did the delivery man actually say thank you for your kind help?
He absolutely did not, Lita. He just looked at my sweating face, he picked up the broken bald mug, and he walked inside the building without saying a single word. He didn't even look back. I felt so incredibly angry. I just wanted someone to be thankful for my frozen, smiling arms.
Wait, Sam, let us pause your frozen, angry arms right there. I think that is a wonderfully polite, highly thankful vocabulary word for our listeners to deeply understand today. Appreciate.
Yes, appreciate. It is an excellent B1 verb that means to feel completely grateful for something or to truly value the kind help and hard effort that another human being gives you, like hoping a slow delivery man will actually appreciate you holding a heavy glass door for 2 whole minutes.
Listeners, please practice this completely thankful, polite word and say it with us right now.
Say it loud and clear in your room, guys. Say thank you to the door holders.
Appreciate.
Appreciate. He absolutely did not appreciate my generous help, Lita. I honestly wanted to push the heavy bald mugs completely down the corporate stairs.
Oh, that is absolutely a natural, angry feeling, Sam. But honestly, holding a door for an ungrateful stranger is just a tiny daily problem. The absolute worst, most embarrassing way to help your local community is when your massive corporate office forces you to do it. Which brings us perfectly to the third and final chapter of our generous journey today. Listeners, put down your broken coffee mugs and get ready to paint a dirty wall, because we're we're going to dive into the absolute nightmare of mandatory corporate volunteering, wearing terrible matching company t-shirts, and why taking fake charity photos for the internet is completely embarrassing.
Lita, holding a heavy glass door for ungrateful delivery men is completely embarrassing, yes, but being forced by your strict, bald manager to wake up early on a beautiful Saturday, take off your favorite yellow banana jacket, and wear a cheap, bright pink corporate t-shirt is an absolute human rights violation.
A human rights violation? Oh wow, Sam. You must look completely terrible in bright pink. So you actually went to the massive corporate charity day?
I absolutely had to go, Lita. I honestly just wanted to stay home in my quiet room and solve my difficult C programming exercises, but the manager sent a very angry email to everyone. He said we had to paint a massive dirty wall in the local public park, and the absolute worst part, the pink t-shirt had a giant smiling picture of the bald manager's face printed directly on the back.
Oh no, a bright pink shirt with his shiny bald head on it? Sam, that is not a beautiful, helpful charity event. That is just free, completely embarrassing corporate advertising. We look exactly like an army of pink zombies. Did he actually paint the dirty wall with you?
Absolutely not, Lita. He just stood there holding a shiny, expensive camera, shouting at us to smile much bigger for the internet photos. He told me to hold my dirty paintbrush high in the air to look like a hero, but I accidentally dropped the heavy red paint directly onto my rock-hard black brick bread. My beautiful morning breakfast was completely ruined, and I only went because his angry email said it was completely required to keep my job.
Wait, Sam, let us pause your required pink zombie army right there. I think that is a wonderfully strict, highly corporate vocabulary word for our listeners to deeply understand today. Mandatory.
Yes, mandatory. It is an excellent B1 adjective that describes a strict rule, a heavy law, or an activity that is absolutely required and you have absolutely zero choice to say no, like a terrible mandatory corporate charity event that completely forces you to wear a pink t-shirt.
Listeners, please practice this completely strict, required word and say it with us right now.
Say it loud and clear in your room, guys. Fight the strict corporate rules.
Man-da-tor-ry.
Mandatory. It was a completely mandatory nightmare, Lita. I honestly just wanted to run away and hide quietly behind the big green park trees. And that actually makes me very curious about our working listeners.
Oh, absolutely. Listeners, we have our third and final, very corporate question for you right now. Have you ever been completely forced to attend a very awkward, mandatory team building event or a fake charity day for your job or your school? Did you have to wear a terrible matching uniform?
Tell us your absolute worst mandatory event secrets down in the comments below. We desperately need to know that Sam is not the only pink zombie painting dirty walls in the world. So, Lita, do you want to know exactly what I did with my red painted black bread?
I completely need to know, Sam. Did you actually try to eat the terrible red paint, or did you just throw the heavy black bread directly into the green park trees?
I absolutely did not eat it, Lita. I was holding the heavy, wet red bread in my hand, and the strict, bald manager walked very, very close to me to take a bright, smiling photo for the internet. He yelled at me to say cheese, but my pink corporate t-shirt was so incredibly tight, and my hands were completely slippery, so I dropped the massive red bread directly onto his expensive, shiny black shoes.
Oh my goodness! The wet red paint on his expensive, shiny corporate outfit? Sam, you completely ruined his beautiful, shiny corporate outfit. Was he incredibly angry at your slippery hands?
He was completely screaming in the park, Lita. His face turned exactly as bright red as the dirty painted wall. I looked at him and said, "Oh, I am so incredibly sorry, sir. It was a terrible accident." But deep inside my quiet heart, I felt a wonderful, warm feeling of absolute revenge for the pink t-shirt.
Wait, Sam, let us pause your wonderful, warm feeling right there. I think that is a wonderfully dark, highly dramatic vocabulary word for our listeners to deeply understand today. Revenge.
Yes, revenge. It is an excellent B1 noun that describes the secret dark action of doing something completely bad to another person just because they did something terrible to you first, like dropping heavy red paint on your manager's shiny shoes because he forced you to wear a pink t-shirt.
Listeners, please practice this completely dark, dramatic word and say it with us right now.
Say it loud and clear in your room, guys. Fight the strict corporate rules.
Revenge.
Revenge. It was a completely sweet, accidental revenge, Lita. And honestly, the angry manager immediately sent me home, so I finally got to put my beautiful yellow banana jacket back on.
You are an absolute genius, Sam. A terrible charity volunteer, but a complete escape genius. But honestly, learning to speak perfect, confident English is exactly like painting a massive wall. You absolutely need the right tools, and you can't do it wearing a terrible pink t-shirt.
Oh, yes. Listeners, it is officially time to grab your golden ticket for the next exciting language journey.
Exactly. If you want to stop carrying heavy grammar boxes and finally speak with beautiful, easy fluency, you need to secure your fast train ticket right now.
Don't let your English skills drop in the red paint, guys. Grab your official VIP ticket for the next exciting episode by completely smashing that shiny subscribe button right down below.
Your daily subscription is your official golden ticket to English success, guys. Thank you so much for volunteering your wonderful time with us today. Please do not drop heavy red bread on your managers, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye, everyone. Wash your dirty hands.